We're gonna get to the next match, the final match of Group A, and oh, you're gonna like this one. Xian versus Snake Eyes indeed. Zangief versus Deejay, the crowd already applauding just with the fight card on the screen. Two of the fan favorites gonna be going head to head. Two of the titans of the group against Snake Eyes on the Zangief. Already picked up a W today, so he's got momentum, but so has Xian, right? And Xian did it once again in a way to separate himself from Fudo, where he 2-0'd, so he has that game differential lead, but he's gonna want to keep it by any means necessary, and it's gonna be tough going up against Snake Eyes.
All right, here we go.
Look at that.
Last match, Group A is about to commence. Snake Eyes versus Xian. Let's go.
Indeed, we got me and Steve hit the gamer lean on this one.
Yeah, right. I like it.
Moving forward, just to commentate the match.
Closer to the pixels. Stand medium just to keep him at bay. Tries to go for the sweep. You really need to be careful of that range versus Xian because he will go for it. DDT.
Straight up. Trying to put the chop on him as well, and there it is. The sway, gonna be such a pesky thing to deal with for Zangief. Xian had already been looking to establish it after the medium kick, but
Reset into the SBD, and look at how much game that puts back on the clock for Snake Eyes. He's in there with a great look at an OD SBD right now. Would do wonders. Gets the lariat. What's the guess? No jackknife. He was looking for it.
Yeah,
gets the take throw. Hold on, wait a minute. He should be really close to death, but he's in burnout. And you see the drive rush forward. He knows the chip is there, so he tries to stop it full parry. That is not a good look for Snake Eyes because you know Xian's gonna be optimal. Shout outs to my boy Yipes and Lee Chung while I'm at it.
That's most def. Eyes open all day, every day.
Hey.
Those are my big brothers right there, bro. All love, all day. Oh.
Nice
Snake Eyes each right. I like that idea a lot, right? Funky Slicer is -3 on blocks, so you can catch DJs kind of sitting there for a second, but not Xian, bro. Stays one step ahead.
Stops the drive rush. Look at this offense. Gets scooped up, the counter hit, and now he's got a full drive bar to actually contend with. Xian not working with much, but he slows down the pace to try to get some back.
And the Sunrise Heel actually acting as an anti-air right there. It's plus frames.
The body splat. Hold the headbutt with the glasses on. Sway gets the pickup. He's got 3 bars.
Oh, yeah, you
know
dead,
he's
bro.
gonna spend it.
Yeah, shaving off the health with a machine gun punch. Level 3 to follow it up. That's game 1 in the books. I couldn't see, or I didn't recall how the Funky Slicer hit that time, but the way the game started, right, Xian would put the stand medium kick out there, and then he's judging what Snake Eyes does after. He saw he didn't do anything after, so he did stand medium kick. Sobot, now when he's encouraging him to do something, goes back to the Funky Slicer. So smart, man.
Yeah, just looking at the approaches, especially how they deal, how Xian's dealing with like some of the jump-in options, right? 8th the crossbody and still held it to his own, but now you see Snake Eyes mixing in more resets in there, especially because he knows that Xian is willing to stay on the ground in some of these fights, even throwing it in between some of these strings, and it's worked out, just not to the point of him getting a game.
Oh, does get the big sweep right there, and then actually dodged the up kicks. That was strange.
Big damage there. Actually crossed him up in this corner. Snake Eyes with a big lead right now, but not much drive. Big counter hit, but the combo drop.
That was the Shibata Okada headbutt right there. We got brain damage on that one.
Big damage here. Man, the machine gun both. Oh, puts himself in burnout. A check goes for a button. That's not going to be the one. And the level 1 to close out. Xian is on set point versus Snake Eyes.
Look at Xian. He's been so clean, too. He's not really giving Snake Eyes any type of momentum, any type of opportunities. And look, just staring in the face of Zangief at SBD range. He's not scared. Oh, maybe you should be.
Oof.
Wow, just the interrupt. He knew that Snake Eyes had a long way to go, and if he wasn't going to commit to something early, he can interrupt.
I love the patience there for Snake Eyes, especially in the corner. Gets a sweep, fighting back out, uses a drive rush to try to close that distance and still fighting his way out of the corner. Finds a hit, goes straight into the level 2, and this is good.
Jackhammer. Oh, drains a lot of the drive gauge as well. Xian just blocks it out, gets burnt out for it.
And look at that, no anti-air option right there for Xian. A little nerves right there, I don't blame him. Gets the stun, that's gonna be a round of the board. The double for Snake Eyes. Peep the ring reverberations.
How you turn a German suplex into a Azuna drop?
You know?
What?
Oof. I like that. I like this approach. Snake Eyes slowing down to his textbook slow approach. Xian trying to speed it up, make him do something crazy. Snake Eyes doesn't take the bent, finds a way in, uses the drive rush, and goes back to the neutral. Goes back to the walking game, the neutral jump. Reset, parry right there in the neutral by Snake Eyes. That was so good, and the throw option this time.
Xian drags into the corner here, but as you mentioned, it can be scary. Snake Eyes got to pick his moment, and does he ever?
Gets a little bit back on the drive bar right there. Continues to walk forward, another sweep. Xian trying to get out of there, but he's in there. And speaking of in there, Snake Eyes is on the board. Flex on him.
What a way to pick it. And he didn't immediately follow up that first knockdown because he wanted to preserve the drive meter, right? To get that drive rush, to get the OD, SPD off. So smart long-term resource management for Snake Eyes.
And I like that. Threatening with the sweep now, because now Xian's going to question walking back and dashing back and even trying to sway back in some of these instances. But he's not holding back anymore. My man's got the corner, full offense, full goal.
Oh, you work for me and get the 9 to 5, baby. Serve that. Oh, and then the hezzy on the light punch. One more drive rush cancel, you already know. What a response from Xian here with a perfect.
Just a little bit.
Okay,
Mike Ross is around.
Hood
That's a hood punch.
Child's Mike.
We've seen him. You know what it is. All right, here we go. Last chance right here. Last chance. Snake Eyes trying to make something happen in this round.
Oh, Sunrise heel. Again, acting as an anti-air. Oh.
And he's clipping the legs on the walk back. He knows Xian wants to get out of there.
What a perfect parry on the wheel kick. You do not see that.
And the DI to follow up. Gets the throw. This is the situation when Snake Eyes was in trouble last time. That strike throw game was really something that gave him trouble, but not this time. Actually gets the combo switch. Yo, the crowd hit the jackhammer too. That was OD.
We even have to say that one.
Slow paced, slow and steady.
There we go. Machine gun chops to force the final round.
Snake Eyes walking up, and look at how much bravery he's got. Jumps into the lariat. Xian looking like he's losing a little nerve now. That's an uncharacteristic jump by him. Gets opened up low, but no combo this time from Snake Eyes.
And the lariat is slow in this game, man. He's got some really successful anti-airs just with immediate reactions.
And look at the Snake Eyes just closing the gap. He's like, if you ever. Wait a minute, and the corner's there.
Doing the danger zone. Oh, this time he did stand medium kick and drive rush after. Cut the stand fierce. What manipulation from Xian is going to build some drive gauge back from him, but more importantly, drain that of Snake Eyes.
Oh, wow. Neutral jump. They trade. I was looking for a throw.
He's got level 2. He can fight back with it. The chip is tough, though. The funky slice, that's still +1.
Oh, the DI. What a series from Xian. This might do it if Xian doesn't drop the combo. And that's going to be it. Snake Eyes goes down. Xian gets the last game needed, and what a set between these two. Man, that was nerve-wracking.
Yeah, that was so sick, man. I love the way Xian is really good at abusing his opponent in Burnout, right?
Yes.
We saw OD block strings over and over again. I believe those were plus frames, and then the funky slicer is normally -3, but of course in Burnout that means it's +1.
Yep.
We saw Zangief try to take his turn. Snake Eyes tried to press the button, got counter hit, and then that was all she wrote for Xian.
I'm going to tell you right now, Snake Eyes definitely got to play his game, but it was so late in the set that it really made it so Xian was going to be the victor here. But you saw it start to come together, right? Whether the crouch shorts or just the fact that he was able to keep him at bay long enough to get his game started, or even the resets to go straight for SPD. And we saw the damage differential, and we saw how it built up to where Xian was getting a lot more afraid. The sweep started happening, and then the big cross-up.
You have to deal with the DJs just carrying Snake Eyes to the corner, but for everything that happened, Snake Eyes really made him sweat and was just a couple of decisions away from taking the set himself.
No, and you can definitely tell that it was starting to happen. Bro, the crowd hit the jackhammer.
That was sick.
The jackhammer, it was so sick. Oh, but, and like I said before, this is really what you saw start to come a hand for Snake Eyes when he really started to play his game, giving me a little bit more meter right there. Man, he got so much meter off of that.
And then this was such a clutch moment too, because he was at barely any drive bar. This is when he didn't follow up with that first one, right? Because you see, he built the 2 bars. Before he only had 1. If he drive rushed forward, he was going to be very much in danger of burning out.
Yep.
So that's why he waited. Super smart resource management.
I'm going to tell you right now, like, if you go back and look at some of Xian's matches, the fact that he was so prepared to deal with you being in burnout and just having like these amazing strings to keep you at bay was been one of the strongest things that I've seen from him this entire weekend. The scientist knows exactly what strings he's going to use. He's like, oh, I got you in burnout. Looks like we're going to take you all the way to the corner. I'm going to mix it up just enough. I'm going to throw some projectiles in there. I'm going to keep you at bay. But even still, that didn't stop the will of Snake Eyes.
Absolutely
he was still sneaking in some of these command throws and just keeping him at bay, even if it's just standing medium punch and fighting right here in this scramble. This is exactly what I was talking about. Look at how much shift he lost in this exchange. That is ridiculous. Gets the stun with the series on the DI on the end, and that's going to be all she wrote for Snake Eyes.
And I love that he showed him the OD slicer first, right? He was like, all right, like, I'm going to show you the OD slicer. You think you could take your turn. It's still plus on the OD. And then he showed him the regular slicer. And just visually, just something as an instinct in fighting games, we think that the OD version is going to be significantly better than the regular version, right? So it was only a frame difference, if I'm not mistaken. And because of that, still with the +1 advantage, tried the press. That was just great visual deception by Xian.